Look, there are two things that I want to say from the get go. One, I have been writing for more than 10 years, and two, I really like Gilmore Girls. So I had this concept idea for a sequel that I want to share with you guys, and let me know if you like it. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about me as I go into the video, but in the meantime, you don't know me, I'm new, and I want to share with you this idea for a sequel revival for the Gilmore TV series. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so let's let's see this as a small movie. I'm picturing the same duration as it was each of the episodes of A Year in the Life. So it's gonna be a small movie, and we're gonna start with Jess. Okay, it has been 10 years already. Supposedly that this movie came in 2026, and we follow the steps on Milo Ventimiglia Jess, which is now a very renowned writer. He has been working in the industry for quite some time, and he has one of the best sellers that he ever wrote. It's a series of books called the Wingward Circle. Now, this name, if you didn't know, was the supposedly spin-off that Paladino wanted to launch from Gilmore Girls, starring Milo Ventimiglia. But the spin-off didn't come to fruition, so I wanted to use a little bit of her inspiration for this concept idea, and well, there we go. So I'm picturing that Jess has been writing for quite some time. He has now a bestseller series. He is on the edge of writing his sixth and final book of the Wingward Circle series. But the day that he was going to present himself and the book with his editor, he instead went to Stars Hollow. Now, he arrives to Star Hollow and he sees a lot of the things that the town has. We have to keep in mind that Star Hollow was another character for the Gilmore series, so we see characters interacting with each other. We probably see Babette. We see also the acting academy is still present. Kirk maybe going from here to there on a small side quest. We show how Stars Hollow has been keeping on being the same despite the 10 years gap from the last series, which was A Year in the Life. So we see Jess arriving with Luke to hand him the last paycheck that he was giving Luke for all the help that he gave to him during the series. So this is the last paycheck, because as we saw in the last episode that Jess appeared in the main series, Jess made a commitment with Luke, so he will pay everything that Luke did for him. So this is that last one instance. So Jess doesn't say much. He doesn't say about his book. He just arrived and he tells that there is no excuse. He just came to Star Hollow to deliver the last paycheck, and that's it. He is gonna be leaving town the next day. He still doesn't know why he's there. He's using the page that last payment as an excuse. He doesn't know why he ran away from his presentation, but that comes around in the story. So around that same day, one very rich man arrives to Stars Hollow, and we meet him. It's a new character. You can pick any name you want. For this, I pick Adam Morrow. So Mr. Morrow arrives at Stars Hollow, and he speaks with Taylor. We know Taylor. He's the representative of the town and all of that. So Mr. Morrow gives his clear intention during a town meeting that he wants to buy Stars Hollow. He wants to buy the debt, and he wants to actually put Stars Hollow in the map. So he says that he is ready to take over. He is more than ready to give the money and to properly buy the town. And obviously everyone freak out. During that time of desperation, Taylor speaks with the town, and they say in secret, Taylor said to them that there's a legend for a treasure hidden in Stars Hollow. It's a treasure that the ancestors from the town left in case there was some mission or someone wanted to take over or wanted to own Stars Hollow. and do whatever they wanted with it. But Taylor needed help. He needed someone to go look for the treasure while the rest of the town stole to manage to get the treasure and stop Morrow from actually buying Stars Hollow. So, in that attempt, we see Luke offering himself. He says that he wants to go and search for the treasure himself, and he points out Jess's help. So, we still don't know why Jess is in Stars Hollow, but he accepts as long as he doesn't have to go back to his editor. All good. So the meeting ends, and the town, we can see a small glimpses of everyone else in town trying to stall Mr. Monroe. We can see the return of very few characters. Taylor trying to talk with him, Kirk messing with Monroe, and we can leave all of that to several mini adventures during the movie. But as the main story, Luke and Jess decide to go follow the map that Taylor gives them to find the treasure hidden in Stars Hollow. Before they are gone, they are approached by Dean. Now, we also don't know why Dean wants to join this adventure, but what he tells them is that he wants to help Stars Hollow. He wants to be part of the very thing that saves the town, and he requests to be or go with them so he can actually feel like he was part of saving the Stars Hollow. So we have our trio. We have Luke, we have Jess, and we have Dean. Now, why did I wanted to make this a boy story? Because this is not a macho story. We know how Jess, Dean, and Luke are. We know that Luke is married with Lorelai at this point. Jess is very successful, and more ahead in the story, we see that Dean, at least from my perspective, Dean dedicated himself to construction, and each one already has his path. But they also live in Stars Hollow, so it's a little bit more adventurer to have them go, especially because they had a lot of scenes more in nature compared to the original duo from Lorelai and Rory. And from there, well, we see them going to different scenery and places hidden inside Stars Hollow. I can picture a scene where they go to a small cabin that Luke actually built, the very first things that he did. They also go to the bridge where Luke actually launches Jess to the water, in that very special scene from season 1 or 2, I believe. And well, they begin talking, they begin bonding, and we discover why they are in this journey. So for Jess, he actually discovers that the main character from his Wayward Circle storybooks, he wants to settle down. He discovers that his character wants to live a quiet life in a quiet town. So he panics and he leaves his editor because he doesn't want to accept that he wants that for himself. So he wants to stay in Stars Hollow, he wants to settle down, he wants to live in a quiet place, and the town that he always resisted, but the town always kind of welcoming him. He realizes that he deep down wants that, but he's not ready to accept that. So that's the reason why he went away, and he joined the adventure because he doesn't want to confront the publication of that book, because it will be accepting that he wants that quiet life. As for Luke, well, in this version of the story, it has been 10 years, so Luke obviously already has a kid with Lorelai, and she is a woman, she is a little girl, so Luke is having a very hard time spending time with her. And in this period of the story, I picture Lorelai and Rory actually on a trip with her grandma, with Rory's grandmother and Lorelai's mom. So they are not in the picture in this story. So Luke is having quite a trouble bonding with his daughter, which is very similar to Lorelai, and he doesn't think like she shares the things that Luke likes, like fishing, like constructing and all of that. So Luke decided that he wanted to feel more adventurer. He decided that it has been 10 years. He has been the father of a daughter. He really loves her, but he hasn't feel like very adventurer. He hasn't feel like very manly lately. So he wants to prove to himself that he can actually go and have this adventure and actually surprise her with finding the treasure and saving Stars Hollow. As for Dean, I think the show really was in depth of giving him a conclusion. So, as for Dean, he reveals to everyone and himself that he has been living in Stars Hollow for quite some time, but he still feels like everybody sees him as Rory's ex-boyfriend. So he is already married. He has a daughter too, and they are together a lovely family. They support each other. Dean loves his wife, and his daughter, but he feels like there is a perception of him from the people in Stars Hollow that they only see him from his past with Rory, and he wants to change that. He wants to come back a hero. He wants to feel like he earned his place in Stars Hollow, that he deserves the admiration of people, and he's not just there because there was no other place for him. That he stayed as a consolation prize because he didn't manage to get with Rory, so he got something that he didn't like, so he wants to prove everyone wrong about that. So that's the thing of that's what I think. It's a great idea to match these three characters together, because Gilmore Girls has always been a story that felt really feminine, but the men in the story are toxic. They have flaws, but they usually try to go beyond the macho stereotype. They understand what they did. They know what they are doing wrong, and they are doing wrong well because they don't really see it. We know that Jess is afraid of commitment. He's afraid of conflict, especially with Rory. When he doesn't get his way, he prefers to run away. In the case of Dean, he actually, I think he undervalues himself pretty much around the story. He really gives it all for Rory, and well, the things that happen aren't exactly neither of them fault. I mean, it could be a little bit of both of them at fault for what's happened, but I think that they really deserve a proper conclusion. And the thing with Luke is that I think Luke is a great character. I mean, Luke has been from the beginning since Lorelai and Rory, and I think he deserves his own adventure. Um, and the thing is, giving Luke another daughter feels really appropriate because he already had Rory as her the daughter-in-law. Then he discovered that he had another daughter, and then, I mean, it would be pretty easy for a man as mainly as Luke to feel very conflicted with the fact that maybe he being surrounded by women all the time, he feels like he's not man enough. So he joining the adventure to actually prove otherwise is it could be very very similar, very ad hoc to his character. Um, and I think there's a lot of potential for some conversations and they actually interacting with each other. I mean, as I say, Gilmore Girls is a very feminine story, but I think it gives a little bit more of contrast to share the boys that were left behind. I mean, these male characters that are very well written together, actually going into a certain kind of adventure. So at the end, there's a lot of happening. You can picture it as you wander, as you go. But they find the treasure, but it's not actually money. They find the treasure, and it's actually an act of preservation that puts Star Hollow as a preservation site, so it can be bought and it can be owned. So Star Hollow is very independent because it's protected as a place of nature preservation. So with this in hand, they actually go back in town and they confront Monroe and they show the treasure and say, "Hey, you can actually do something about against us. We win." So this is the twist, and I think a lot of projects should be doing this too, offer a twist at the end. And the thing is, Morrow wasn't a bad guy in the end. He tells the story that he comes to Star Hollow because he one of his best friends, which was Richard Gilmore, actually sent a lot of letters to him, talking about how his daughter Lorelai spent his years with his daughter Rory in Stars Hollow, and Monroe actually fell in love with the town. So he decided to went and actually buy the town's debt so it could be modernized. They could actually become a tourist attraction, and the town could be going for more and more years. So the thing is with this is that Taylor actually tries to stop this, but the town realizes that they can't be left back in time in the past. They need to move forward. They need to embrace change, and the town actually accept this offer. They realize that Monroe wants to actually help the town. He wants to modernize it. He doesn't want to own the town. He wants to actually make good. So that's exactly what happened. So in the end, the Stars Hollow enters a transition of becoming a tourist attraction. The entire town begins accepting this idea of receiving newcomers, new people from coming by and go. And that's the transformation the Stars Hollow get, because Stars Hollow is an amazing character. I mean, it's one of the very few instances where a town feels like one of the protagonists of the series, and I really think that this movie needs to really do that. The embrace the tradition of everything that makes Stars Hollow special. The reason I don't develop a lot in the middle of the story is because Palladino will make a much better job, because she was the one that actually created this world. So I can actually tell for the places that Stars Hollow will have, but I can only set the scenery, and there will be a lot of homages and things that will make Stars Hollow even more special. And well, that's where we came right into the end. We see the town getting modernized. Everyone's welcoming the tourists. Taylor is getting a little bit pissed off, but everyone is having a very good time. As for trio of characters, we see that Luke decides to take her daughter to a fishing trip. He realizes that his daughter sees him with admiration, and he feared that she wasn't gonna like fishing, but he actually never asked. So they go, they have a fishing trip. She hates it, he hates it, but they realize they're bonding. So it's gonna be a lot of that. As for Dean, well, we see that he puts a small sign in his house. He actually starts his own construction company, and he embraces that town doesn't really see him as he thought he was. I mean, they see him as a Stars Hollow resident, and he realizes that the only opinion that matters in the end is his daughter and his wife. So he's already there. He has come in terms with his past, and he can now feel like he belongs in Stars Hollow. As with Jess, well, we see him returning to his editor. He actually finishes the book, and while he doesn't announce it, he gets a small place in Stars Hollow where he comes by from time to time to write when he has a thing, a blocker's writer, or he doesn't know what to write. So he comes and goes as he wants, but without telling a lot of people, because he was very reserved. He accepts that he likes the life in Stars Hollow, and he embraces it, and he actually makes a place for himself there, and the three characters accept what they were running from, and well, that's the end of the story. But I really think this is a very strong concept. This comes very in brand with Gilmore Girls, but tells another story for a different perspective and another theme that wasn't explored in the series. Um, but yeah, thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this story concept. Now, what I wanted to say in the beginning, if you stick around for the video, thank you so much. I want to make these kind of concepts for projects that were already out in the air. Now, I'm gonna not gonna be covering a lot of them because for me, I promise you, I've been seeing Gilmore Girls like 3 times. I'm already on my fourth rewatching, so that's why I feel comfortable sharing this concept with you. Uh, and I'm gonna be doing this with TV shows and movies that I really like, that I really watch, and I think I have very good ideas for them. I will probably make this a fan fiction. If someone of you wants to do it, by all means, go ahead. But I really wanted to share this story. I'm a fan of this show. I'm not sure if there's still an audience for this show, but right now I'm really enjoying it. So I wanted to share this idea with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really like to cover these concept ideas. Let me know if you want me to check another show. And we're gonna be covering different kind of videos. This one was very special to me. I really hope that you enjoy it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Give me your comments down below, and well, I'll be seeing you in the next concept video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ink Tower. Until the next time.